Hello. Okay. Guys, hi. Finally. Okay. 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay. See, perfect. So, yeah, welcome to We Learn English. Welcome to Vedantu. Thank you so much for your patience, guys. I really appreciate it and I heartily apologize for the delay. So, before I start the session, let me clarify. Of course, I'm trying to do live. We will do live. We are anyway live. But in case it doesn't work, in case my internet doesn't support somewhere in the middle of the session, so in case it gets stuck, buffering, in case it buffers and the internet will be unstable, we might cancel the live session. Okay, I'll try. If it goes smooth, we will continue. In case it buffers, in case we get stuck, okay, because of the internet connection issues that I'm facing on my side, I'll make sure that this video will be premiered as soon as possible. Okay. All right. Chalo, theek hai. Thank you so much for this amazing support, cooperation, because it's raining really heavily in my area in Mumbai, and internet connection is really unstable due to heavy rains. So I'm just checking my using my phone, okay, to check the chat. Okay, so let's see. I hope this works now. I hope. Unfortunately have to cancel this live session because of internet issues on my side. I really apologize for the inconvenience. Yeah, it's buffering on and off. I'll try it for 5 minutes. Okay, I'll try it for 5 minutes. If it works, if it goes smooth, okay. If it doesn't, I'll cancel it. Okay, now it's fine. Now it looks fine. Okay, chalo theek hai. I'll try it for 10 more minutes. It goes smooth, we'll continue. If it doesn't go smooth for whatever reason, I'll cancel the event. I'll cancel the live session. I'll make sure the video will be available for the viewing as soon as possible. Chalo, theek hai. So welcome to We Learn English again, and really appreciate your patience. And that is what makes me call you guys champions. So my champions, what we are doing today is the second session of this direct indirect speech, reported speech. If you remember, we had done the first session. If you still haven't checked out my first session, go and check out the first session as soon as possible. Ignoring the technical issues, make sure you like the video, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss the continuation of one of the most important topics, that is direct indirect speech. So, for those who still don't know me yet, Dheeraj Gaveja, that's what my name is. You can see that on screen. Master teacher of English at Vedantu. I have been teaching English for more than 9 years now, and I've taught and mentored 10,000 plus students, trained 1,000 plus people of all age groups on communication skills, and right now I'm really happy and excited to be with all of you. It's wonderful to be with all of you. So, okay. So I won't have the riddle. I won't have this riddle because this was done in the previous session as well. I'll just do a quick recap. Okay, I'll just do a quick recap of the topic first, and then we'll begin the session two. A quick recap of what we did in the session one, and then we'll do the session two. Okay, look at this here. So we'll have a quick recap. Now, first of all, let's understand what a direct speech is. Just a quick recap, a quick revision. Okay, so direct speech is also called quoted speech. Why? Because we are using the actual words of the speaker, the original words of the speaker. You see, for example, in this sentence, Rita said, "I will give you a pencil," is direct speech because the original words of the speaker are used. And then you remember I told you to be thorough with these two terms. inverted commas के बाहर का verb is reporting verb, that is the word said here, and inverted commas के अंदर का verb is reported verb. That is what we've seen in the rap here. I'm sure we all like the rap, and of course we will sing the rap even today. So look at this here. And there's one more point. Whenever there is said to in direct speech, it changes to told in indirect speech. So not told to. Always remember, told to is wrong English. So it's always said, or it always said to or told. So said to changes to told. So this is about the direct speech part, and you remember these two terms. There is a reporting verb. Inverted commas के बाहर का verb is reporting verb, and what we have inside inverted commas is reported verb. That is अंदर का verb. Perfect. So I will not have have the same quiz repeated that we had in the first session. I'll just do a quick recap, and let's look at this slide directly. This is what is really important. So look at this here. 5 changes. Let's look at the 5 changes that we make when we change a sentence from direct to indirect speech here. Look at this here. Ram said, I am happy now. It changes to Ram said that he was happy then. Look at the 5 changes that we do. We remove all the punctuations. Yes, all the punctuations are removed. The only punctuation we want is full stop. The tense changes. That is am becomes was. Pronoun change hota hai. I becomes he. Comma becomes connective here. That is conjunction. That is also called conjunction. It's also called connective because anyway it does the work of connection, connecting the sentence. Then there are certain words which change. We have seen that list already. Now becomes then, for example. So these are the 5 changes. Okay. So this part is clear. This part is crystal clear for all of us, because in case you have missed my first session of reported speech, please go and watch that first session of the same topic. This is the second session, and we come to the raw reported speech rap. Okay, we had done this reported speech rap. If you remember this rap, I'm sure most of you liked it. I hope all of you liked it. But then if you see, this is the rap that we have. So we'll just sing this one more time. Okay, are you ready? Because this is full screen, so I'll turn off my video here. Yeah. So can we just sing this one more time? And then we continue the session 2 of the topic. So of course we'll see it here. So this is the rap here. That's what we have. My video will not be visible, but then of course I'll speak in the background. I'm there, don't worry. Okay, anyway, so this is our rap. Hey dude, indirect kar. Hey dude, indirect kar. We are saying this right. Now look at this here. बाहर का टेंस पास तो ही अंदर का टेंस चेंज कर. बाहर का टेंस पास तो ही अंदर का टेंस चेंज कर. That is reporting verb. Present को तू past में कर. Past को तू past perfect में कर. Am, is, are, was verb में बदल. Have और has को have में बदल. May को कर might, can को कर could, will, would, shall, should. Yo, may को कर might, can को कर could, will, would, shall, should. There is no change for all the proverbs, habitual actions, and universal truths. Hey dude, indirect kar. Hey dude, indirect kar. Okay. So this is the rap that we have. Okay. So we have seen this already. Yeah, and all of you liked it as well. So I'm sure most of you sang this with me. Yeah, so this is the rap that we have, and now we had seen these examples also. How is that this rap is used? So the beginning of the rap is what? Bahar ka tense pass, to hi andar ka tense change kar. So this is we saw this with the examples, right? For example, look at these examples here. Ram said, I'm happy now. Ram said that he was happy then. Because Bahar ka tense, there is reporting verbs in the past tense. So I'm just doing a quick recap. Okay, this is all about session 1 that we are done. Now look at the second example. Ram says, I was happy. Ram says that he was happy. The tense did not change. Why the tense did not change? Because Bahar ka tense past, to hi andar ka tense change kar. That means if the reporting verb is in the past tense, only then the tense of reported verb, that is inside inverted commas, it changes. That's the condition. Then present ko tu past mein kar. So look at this here. Present ko tu past mein we've already done. I am happy now changes to he was happy. Past ko tu past perfect mein kar. Past becomes past perfect. Am, is, are ko was verb mein badal. So am eating becomes was eating. Have eaten becomes had eaten. This is clear. Then in the sentence, may ko kar might, can ko kar could, will, would, shall, should. So look at the change in modal auxiliary verbs. Can becomes could, will become would, may, might. Okay, and then towards the end, what do we have? There is no change for all the proverbs, habitual actions, and universal truths. So if it's a proverb, something like this, it doesn't change. Habitual action sentence will not change, and universal truth also doesn't change. Okay, so that is what we had seen in the session 1. And look at these words. Yeah, look at these words now with change. This is mandatory change. We have seen all these words here. This becomes that, these becomes those, here becomes there, now, then, today, that day, this week, that week, yesterday, the day before, last week, the week before, tomorrow, the next day. Next week doesn't change, it remains the next week. So this is, we saw all that. And then we had discussed these examples, if you remember. So these were the examples that we had discussed, changing it to reported speech, of the assertive sentences. This is what we had stopped at, the first session. Now the second session continues. So this is the beginning of the second session. Stay tuned and let's get started. And make sure you like the video. And if you haven't subscribed, do subscribe so that you don't miss the amazing learning that is happening like this. All right. Perfect. Look at this here. These are some other words which change. So for example, the table that we had discussed, we had this table anyway. So when I go a little back to the slides, this table we know, this becomes that, these are the changes in words, this becomes that, these becomes those. Similarly, we have this change as well. Okay, for example, said sorry becomes apologized. So when it is said sorry written, you do not say he said sorry, we say apologized. Said thank you changes to thanked. All right. 1 minute. Is it buffering again? Let me check. I guess it's proper. It's proper. Yeah. Okay. It's okay now. So said sorry becomes apologize. Said thank you changes to thanked. Hello changes to greeted. Good morning changes to wished good morning. Yes is written as agreed or replied in the affirmative. Affirmative means positive. Said no is disagreed. That is replied in the negative. Said goodbye. We say bid goodbye. Right? Bid is like a gesture of bidding goodbye. That's how it is. Okay. Now the second part starts. You see, the most important part. Okay, pay attention, all of you. I want you to remember this. The most important rule. I'm telling you the most important rule now of direct indirect speech. The most important rule of direct indirect speech is that you always change the sentence into assertive form. Always and always change the sentence into assertive form. Okay, indirect speech will always be written in the assertive form. See, look at this here. Even if the question is in exclamatory, it will be assertive. Imperative will also be assertive. Interrogative will also be assertive. We'll see that with an example. Don't worry, we'll see that with an example. So now what we are learning in session 2 is indirect speech of exclamatory, imperative and interrogative. We have already learned indirect speech of assertive. Now we will do it for exclamatory, imperative and interrogative. All right. Perfect. Chalo, theek hai. Let's get started. Now look at this here. Now before we begin this, I just want to tell you how the pronouns are changed. Okay, how the pronouns are changed. Look at this here. So whenever there are first person pronouns, whenever there are first person pronouns, these are the first person pronouns. I, we, me, mine, us or ours. They change to third person pronouns normally. What are the third person pronouns? Something like he, she, they, his, her, their, him, her or them. You see, these are the third person pronouns. Look at this example here. Look at the example. He told her, I want to meet your father. Okay, he told her, I want to meet your father. But look at the answer to this here, the indirect speech. He told her that. Now look at this. I changes to he. Because I is a first person pronoun. So it will change to a third person pronoun. That is he. So he told her that he wanted to. Want changes to want. So present ko to past mein kar. Those rules will be there. Changing the tense. I want to meet your father. That he wanted to meet her father. That your is clear. Okay. Now look at the second rule that we have. There will be no change in the pronoun when the speaker reports his own words. For example, when I am the speaker and I'm reporting my own words, I'm not reporting some other person's words, then the pronoun doesn't change. For example, if I say, I said I'm going. So I said that I was going. That's it. So the pronoun doesn't change because I'm talking about the same person. I'm talking about myself. Okay, the person who has reported, the person who's in the reporting form and the person who has reported is the same person. So of course the pronoun doesn't change. So remember this. This is quite obvious. Okay. Now look at the second person pronoun. When we say second person pronoun, what is the second person pronoun? First person pronoun is I, me, we, us. Okay. But then when we say second person pronoun, when you talk to a second person, there are only two pronouns possible. It's you or yours. Yours is in the possessive form, right? You or yours. Like, is the car yours? Is this laptop yours? Something like that. So when it's a second person pronoun, it changes according to the person in the object position of the reporting verb. Look at this here. You will understand this with an example. He told her, I love you. Something like that. So, for example, maybe a husband is expressing his love to his wife. So, he's like, he told her, I love you. Now, look at this here. He told her that he loved her. So, look at this second person pronoun. You changed to according to the object. Look at this here. You changed according to the object. That is her. Who's in the object position? Her. Look at this here. Look at the second example. I told him you are stupid. Again, look at this example here. I told him that. So you becomes he again. You according to the object here. I is the subject. And who is the object? The receiver. That is him. So this you, that is the second person pronoun, changes according to the object. According to this person in the object. Who is the person in the object? Him. So of course I cannot write I told him that him was stupid. Of course I'll say I told him that he was stupid. By the way, when there is a third person pronoun, it does not change. See, look at this here. A third person pronoun will normally not change in reported speech. In the indirect speech, look at this here. She said I love him. So she said that she loved him. It doesn't change. Look at the word him. The pronoun him. It does not change. This looks a little complicated, right? The change of pronoun. Guys, the change of pronoun looks a little complicated. So don't worry, I am here. Your master teacher, Dheeraj Gubeja, is here for you. And I've got a solution as well. How about we do these last lines of the rap? I'm completing the rap today in the second session. The rap was not over yet. So these are the last lines here. Look at this here. This will help you with the change of pronouns. First person को तू subject से जोड़, second person को तू object से जोड़, third person को तू leave it alone. Hey dude, indirect कर. You see, these are the change of pronouns, so it helps you there. We'll see this with an example. All right, check this here, all of you. फर्स्ट पर्सन को तू सब्जेक्ट से जोड़, सेकंड पर्सन को तू ऑब्जेक्ट से जोड़, थर्ड पर्सन को तू लीव इट अलोन. हे डूड, इनडायरेक्ट कर. Okay, perfect. Tell me how many of you like these last lines of the rap. These are the last lines. We will see how this is used. Okay, let's see how this is used. Look at this here. The teacher said to him, I want you to talk to her about the project. Now see, there are so many pronouns here. Now you may get confused with the rules. You simply sing these lines. Remember these lines. First person को to subject से जोड़. Now what is first person को to subject से जोड़? That means the pronoun that we have in the first person. In the first person case, it will be according to the subject. Subject of the reporting verb. This one. And second person को to object से जोड़. That means the pronoun that we have in the second person case, that is you, it changes according to the object. Third person pronoun doesn't change. Third person ko to leave it alone. That means don't change it. Look at this here. So the teacher said to him, I want you to talk to her about the project. Look at how it changes. The teacher said to him or told him. I told you, you can change said to told. So teacher told him or said to him that. Now, That after that, of course, we have I. Comma changes to that. After that, we have I. Now, I is first person pronoun. I is a first person pronoun. I, me, we, us. These are first person pronoun. So first person को to subject से जोड़. Who is the subject here? The teacher. The teacher is a speaker. So teacher is a subject. And who is the object here? The receiver, the listener. Him is the object. So first person pronoun will be according to the subject. So look at this here. So I can write either he or she, because the teacher can be a male or female, of course, right? That he or she, that is the teacher, want changes to wanted, simple present to simple past, present ko tu past mein kar. Now look at this here, look at this here. I want you to talk to her. Okay, I want you to talk to her, right? I want you to talk to her. Now look at this you. You is a second person pronoun. So second person ko to object se jod. What is the object here? Him. See, we are writing him here in the place of you. He or she wanted him to talk to her. Third person ko to leave it alone. Third person ko to leave it alone. So look at this here. This is her is a third person pronoun. Her is a third person pronoun. So there is no change. We are not changing the third person pronoun about the project. Right? You see? This is so amazing. So the end of the rap is this. This is the end of the rap. This is how our rap ends. First person. Chalo, theek hai, all of us will sing this together. Ready, guys? All of us will sing these last lines together. Tell me in the chat box if you're ready to sing the last these last lines of the rap. I'm like really excited. I'm just trying to arrange my posture. Okay. Ready to sing it with me? चलो ठीक है. Those who wish to sing it with me, this will be like this. First person को to subject से जोड़, second person को to object से जोड़, third person को to leave it alone. Hey dude, indirect कर. Amazing, amazing. That's the end of it. Now, if you are still wondering what is this first person, second person, third person, this is what it is. These are the first person pronouns. These are the first person pronouns. I, we, me, mine, us, or ours. All these pronouns are used in the first person case. Like I is singular, we is plural, me is singular in the objective case. Okay. Mine is again for possessive. Mine, the car is mine or the laptop is mine. Us is again plural objective. Ours is again possessive plural. The car is ours, for example. There is a group. And when there is a second person only you. Second person is clear. For the second person, we have only you or yours. You see, the second person pronouns only you or yours. And when it is third person pronouns, this is he, she, they, his, her, their, him, or them. Like her is repeated here, so of course him and them. So this is what I'm talking about. First person pronoun, second person pronoun, and third person pronoun. This is the most confusing step. Trust me, this is the most confusing step. And what I have done for you is I have made it super simple and super fun. That means you don't have to remember those rules kind of thing. See, you know the rules. You must know the rules. I'm not saying that you should not know the rules. You must know the rules, but then you can remember the rules in form of this rap. Okay, like first person को to subject से जोड़, मतलब the first person pronouns will change according to the person in the subject position. Second person को to object से जोड़, that means the pronouns, the second person pronoun, that is you, will change according to the person in the object position of the sentence, object of the reporting verb, outside inverted commas. And the third person pronouns do not change at all. So third person pronoun को to leave it alone, there is don't change. Hey dude, indirect kar. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Awesome. You see? It works like this. Alright, alright, alright. Now finally, we look at the sentences now. We look at the sentences. So the pronoun part is done. The last part would be, we'll see how the sentences works. All the examples that we have seen so far, right from the session 1 till now, all have been assertive sentences. Now when we use the word assertive sentence means what? Declarative sentence, right? So assertive sentence can also be positive or it can even be negative, right? Do not misunderstand the word assertive to be affirmative. Affirmative means positive. Okay, but assertive is just a declarative sentence. A sentence that ends with a full stop, it gives you some information. Now, under assertive, you have affirmative and negative. Affirmative is another word for positive, and there is no another word for negative. So, look at this here. So, when I say, Dheeraj said to Sanal, I have bought a new car. So let's use the rap. Let's use the rap. बाहर का tense past तो ही अंदर का tense change कर. Now is बाहर का tense past here? Look at this here. Is बाहर का tense past? That is said. Of course it is past. So we will change the tense. ठीक है. बाहर का tense past तो ही अंदर का tense change कर. Present को तू past में कर. Past को तू past perfect में कर. Am is are was were में बदल. Have or has को had में बदल. Look at this here. We have here. So we are changing to had. Present perfect changes to past perfect. So Dheeraj said to Sanal, comma becomes that. Okay. I becomes he. That is first person को to subject से जोड़. I is a first person pronoun. So first person को to subject से जोड़. Who's the subject here? Dheeraj. So of course for Dheeraj I am writing he. So that he have becomes had bought new car. You see how super simple it becomes. Look at the second one. Teacher says you are not studying properly. Now look at this example. The reporting verb is not in the past tense. Pay attention guys. The reporting verb, there is inverted commas के बाहर का verb is not in the past tense. So बाहर का tense past तो ही अंदर का tense change कर. This means we will not change the tense here. अंदर का tense मतलब reported verb का tense will not change. So look at this here. Teacher says you are not studying properly. This is what she is telling to the whole class. You know, teacher is telling this to the whole class that you're not studying properly. Your teacher is angry now. So you're not studying properly. This is addressed to the whole class. We are assuming that way. So teacher says that they are not studying properly. So you can change this they to he or she. Then of course the subject will, the verb will change. He is not studying properly, or she is not studying properly, or we are not studying properly. All pronouns will be okay. Now because we are assuming it's the whole class here as third person, that's where we're using they here. You can even use he is not studying properly, she is not studying properly, we are not studying properly. All that will be okay. But if you see, if you notice, the tense is not changed. Okay, you are not studying properly is also present tense. They are not studying properly is also present tense. We are not changing the tense because बाहर का tense past तो ही अंदर का tense change कर. So this reporting verb is not past here. This is present. You see, the word says. This is not past. So of course we are not changing the tense. Perfect. That is for assertive. Now look at this for exclamatory, guys. Look at this for exclamatory. How do we change exclamatory? Now remember, I told you this, the most important rule, the golden rule of direct indirect speeches. You do not, every indirect speech must be in assertive form. Every sentence you have to change it to assertive. From exclamatory to assertive. Imperative to assertive. Assertive will anyway be assertive. Interrogative will also change to assertive. Don't forget this. This is the most important rule. Look at this here. So Anil said to Sunil. Anil said to Sunil, what a beautiful house it is, with an exclamatory mark. So indirect speech, we see Anil exclaimed. So this said changed to exclaimed. The reporting verb is exclaimed. Comma changes to Anil said to Anil exclaimed to Sunil. Comma changes to that. Comma changes to that. Now look at this here. What a beautiful house it is. This is exclamatory sentence, right? We have to make it assertive without changing the meaning. So Anil exclaimed to Sunil that it was indeed a beautiful house. Or you can even say Anil exclaimed to Sunil that the house was indeed beautiful. Or it was extremely beautiful house. Or it was a very beautiful house. You have to make it assertive. Okay. I hope this is clear for all of us. Look at the second example. Look at the second example. They said, hooray, we won the game. Yeah, this T will be plural here. The T will be capital here. Yeah, there probably it's a typo here. So this T is capital. They said, hooray, we won the game. So look at this here. They exclaimed. How? They exclaimed with joy. Of course, when you win the game, the team will be joyful, will be happy. So they exclaimed with joy. Comma becomes that. They exclaimed with joy that they had won the game. See, look at this here. Past ko tu past perfect में कर, because it is past tense. We won the game. One is simple past tense. We are changing it to past perfect. So they exclaimed with joy that they had won the game. You see? Okay. Seven She's has a question. What is the meaning of the word indeed? The word indeed means without any doubt. When I say indeed, means no doubt, without any doubt. So Anil exclaimed to Sunil that it was indeed a beautiful house. Matlab, obviously, without any doubt, it was a beautiful house. And when I say this, they said, hooray, we won the game. So they said hooray changes to they exclaimed with joy. Okay, I don't have to repeat the word hooray because exclaimed makes it very clear. I do not have to say they exclaimed hooray. Okay, the word exclaimed makes it clear. You express your feelings or emotions. So they exclaimed with joy that they had won the game. You see, we change this to they, that they had won the game. This is perfect. All right. Now look at this for imperative sentences, guys. Look at this for imperative sentences. What do we have for imperative sentences? Command, that is order, command or order, whatever you call it. Let's call it order. Order, request, suggestion. For imperative sentences, what do we have? Order, request, suggestion. First, we will see the request example. Look at this here. John said to Sam, please give me your phone now. Maybe he wanted to call somebody or something like that. He wanted to use his phone. So John said to Sam, please give me your phone now. This is clearly a request. So look at this here. John requested Sam. Why? Because this is clearly a request, the word please. So John requested Sam. Now, the most important change here. Look at this here. The change of connective. We will not use that. We will use to. For imperative sentences, we will always use to. So John requested Sam that give him, no, John requested Sam to give him his phone then. Now becomes then. Okay, perfect. And look at this here. Look at the second one. The doctor said to me, don't overeat. Now, this is what usually happens when you go to a doctor. This is like a very common suggestion they give. So, of course, it's advice. He's suggesting. So, the doctor advised me, or the doctor suggested me not to overeat, because this is a negation, not to. So, doctor advised me to not overeat, not to overeat. So, again, we are using to here, not to overeat, because this is an advice. This is a piece of advice, a suggestion. Look at the order. For example, Sanal sir said to Dheeraj, leave the class. Let's say Sanal sir is some professor and Dheeraj is a mischievous student. During my school days, I was a mischievous student, by the way. Okay, so those who are mischievous students here, high five. Anyway, so Sanal said to Dheeraj, leave the class. This is like an order. So Sanal ordered Dheeraj. Look at this here. It's clearly order. Sanal ordered Dheeraj that leave the class. Sanal ordered Dheeraj that leave the class. No. Sanal ordered Dheeraj to leave the class. Sanal ordered Dheeraj to leave the class. This is what I have here. See, this is what there is there in this slide. You can take a screenshot of this, guys. Take a screenshot of this. These are the changes. So when it is assertive, the reporting verb is said or told, and the connective is that. When it is exclamatory, the reporting verb is exclaimed. For example, Dheeraj exclaimed, Rahul exclaimed, somebody exclaimed, and the connective remains that. But when it is imperative, the reporting verb changes according to the sentence. If it's order, we say ordered. If it's a request, we say requested. If it's some suggestion, some advice, we say advised. And then the connective is changed here. We do not use that in the imperative. We use to. Please take a screenshot of this and use this appropriately. Now what remains is the interrogative form. That's the last one. Interrogative, of course, means a question. Abhi dekho, question mein na, in question, under the interrogative form, there are two types here. One is a proper WH question. The other one would be a yes or no question. So when there is a WH question, we will use the same WH word as the connective. And when it's a yes no question, we will use if or whether. See, it is clearly marked in red. We'll use WH word when there is a WH word, when it's a WH question. We will use if or whether when there isn't a WH word in the sentence. That means if it's a yes or no question. You will see that with an example. You will understand this clearly with an example. So see this here. This is the last one now. The last part of the topic. Okay. I might have the third session as well. I'm planning to have a third session as well, where we can practice some more examples. Okay. So don't worry, I will have a third session also for this topic, because this topic is really challenging. It is one of the advanced topics and kind of confusing for many students. So look at this here, the interrogative sentences. Look at interrogative sentences. Ben said, why am I saying Dheeraj? Okay, look at this here. Ben said to Peter, "Do you like ice cream?" Now this is clearly a yes no question. So look at this here. Ben, okay, the spelling is changed here. We'll use Ben. There's a spelling mistake here. So I'll change it right now. Why to have the spelling errors? Perfect. So Ben. All right. So Ben asked Peter, said to has changed to ask. See, because it's a question. Ben asked Peter, "Do you like ice cream?" So Ben asked Peter if or whether. You can use anyone. Don't use both, you can use anyone. So Ben asked Peter if or whether he liked ice cream. Look at this here. Why he? Because of course we have to use it according to Peter. You is a second person pronoun. So first person को to subject से जोड़, second person को to object से जोड़. So of course you is a second person here. It will be according to Peter. Ben asked Peter if or whether he liked ice cream. He is who? Peter. And why are we changing the tense? Liked? Because present tense will change to past tense. So like becomes liked. Present ko to past में कर. Okay. Look at the second one. Look at the second one. This is a WH question. Tom said to Jerry, "When will we stop fighting?" हम कब से लड़ ही रहे, right from the beginning of our episode, right from the beginning of our serial, we have been fighting. So Tom is finally fed up. For example, this will never happen maybe, but Tom is suddenly feeling we should stop fighting. So Tom said to Jerry, "When will we stop fighting?" He asked him a question. So this is a proper WH question. So look at this here. Tom asked Jerry, then there is no connective. We use the same WH word. Tom asked Jerry that when they would stop fighting. We are not using that here. See, that's a very common mistake. That's why I'm pointing this out very clearly, like repetitively. Tom asked Jerry, the same WH will be used. Tom asked Jerry when they would stop fighting, because we have to make it assertive. Remember, we have to make it assertive. So Tom asked Jerry. If I don't make it assertive, it will be like this. Tom asked Jerry, "When will we stop fighting?" You cannot make it interrogative. That will be a wrong. That will be wrong. That anyway will be incorrect. You cannot make it interrogative. You cannot keep it interrogative. So any sentence in indirect speech must be in assertive form. So Tom asked Jerry when they would stop fighting. Why? Because will changes to would. May comes may occur, might, can occur, could, will, would, shall, should. You remember? May occur, might, can occur, could, will, would, shall, should. Will changes to would when they would stop fighting. Okay. Now look at this third one again. This is again a yes no question, like the first one. This is again a yes no question. Yes no question, that means the question to which the answer can be either yes or no. That's a yes no question. So look at this here. Harry said to Sneha, "Do you speak English?" This is not a WH question, right? This is not at all a WH question. So Harry asked Sneha if or whether she spoke English. Speak changes to spoke, right? Present ko to past maker. And finally, look at the last one, which could be your favorite. Your favorite example from Evans is Hulk said to Thor, "When will we save the world?" Okay, so Hulk asked Thor. Again, we are using when. See, a WH word. Hulk asked Thor when they would save the world. Look at this here. So Hulk asked Thor when they would save the world. I cannot write Hulk asked Thor when would they save the world. Again, it becomes interrogative. I have to make it assertive. So I'm repeating it again and again and again. We have to make it assertive. So Hulk asked Thor when, we becomes they because they have a team there. Okay. First person को to subject से जोड़. Okay. So over here, if you see, we are talking about we. But then when we say we, I cannot simply write singular because we is plural, right? We is a team. They had a team. So Hulk asked Thor when he would save the world, nahi, when they would save the world, because they're talking about the team effort. They're not talking about Hulk saving the world alone or Thor saving the world alone. So when they would save the world. So in the end game, they saved the world. Yes, of course. That's what we know. All right. That's all about part 2, guys. So the session 2 of direct indirect speech is also done. All right. So now what we will do is we will sing the complete rap because we are done with this here. So, we have this feeling of achievement. Here, we are done with the second session as well. I hope all of you learned this thoroughly. Now we will sing the complete song. We have the complete song now, the complete rap. Okay, so let's take a look at the complete rap. Let me go to that slide first. Then I have to turn the video off because that's a full screen slide. So let's get the complete rap. Here we go. Here it is. Okay, and then we will combine those lines also, the pronoun lines as well. When I say the complete rap, this slide, of course, can combining the pronoun lines, the last 4 lines. Okay, so 1 minute. All right. So are we ready for this? Are we ready for the song, guys? Tell me in the chat box if we are ready for it. Okay, 1 minute. I'll just make it full screen. Hold on, hold on, hold on. All right, 1 minute. Is it full screen now? Is it full screen? Let me check. Why is it not full screen yet? I'm trying to make it full screen. Okay, 1 minute. Hold on. Make it full screen. All right. I hope I change the setting. 1 minute. Yeah, here we go. Finally, it is full screen. Okay, so look at this here. So you'll have the complete rap now. This and the last lines of the pronoun. Chalo, let's start. Can we start? All of you ready? All of you, let's sing it. Let's sing it. And once we sing it, you make sure you like the video, leave your valuable comments, and share it immediately. Once we have sung it, once we complete the song, share it with your contacts. Okay, and ask them to subscribe as well. Chalo, let's start. 1, 2, 3, let's start. Hey dude, indirect कर. Hey dude, indirect कर. बाहर का टेंस पास तो ही अंदर का टेंस चेंज कर. बाहर का टेंस पास तो ही अंदर का टेंस चेंज कर. प्रेजेंट को तू पास्ट में कर. पास्ट को तू पास्ट परफेक्ट में कर. एम इज आर वॉज वर में बदल. हैव और हैज को हैव में बदल. मे को कर माइट. कैन को कर कुड. Will, would, shall, should. Yo, may को कर might, can को कर could, will, would, shall, should. There is no change for all the proverbs, habitual actions, and universal truths. Hey dude, indirect कर. Now the pronoun line. Add the pronoun line. First person को तू subject से जोड़. Second person को तू object से जोड़. Third person को तू leave it alone. Hey dude, indirect कर. Hey dude, indirect कर. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You see, it is wonderful here. Okay, I hope all of you enjoy the rap here, the complete rap. Wonderful. Okay, I guess that's it. We are done with the topic. You can look at these lines one more time. That is the last part of the rap. That is first person को तू subject से जोड़. Second person को two objects से जोड़. I'll explain it one more time. First person, that is first person pronouns, will change according to the subject of the reporting verb. Second person pronouns will change according to the object of the reporting verb, and third person pronouns do not change. You leave them alone. Hey dude, indirect curse. Look at this rap guy, he's like this, the yo style. Right? Okay, perfect. Amazing. So it was awesome being with all of you. We are done with the session, and we have this amazing feeling of achievement, and that's it. So I'll sign off for now. Thank you. Please leave your valuable feedback. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss the third part of reported speech. In the third part of the reported speech, we will practice a lot of examples. All right, so that we can have thorough practice of this topic, because this topic is one of the most challenging topics. But with the rap, with our reported speech rap, I'm sure this is super fun. So you were learning with Dheeraj Gaveja, one of the most challenging grammar topics: reported speech, direct, indirect speech. And we'll see you in the next session. Until next time,